Today we are buying a very expensive car and we're doing it in a very risky manner, which is the way I like to conduct my business. This one is for sale from a dealer, which is a bit of a weird situation. It's a company based in Leeds. They have got a good reputation, but I've not dealt with them before. And they have bought a Porsche 911 GTS into stock, and it is a bit of me, to say the least. The big problem, in my mind, is why aren't they retailing it for themselves? And this car's going to be the thick end of 80,000 quid. So, you lot, large testicles today. Need our grown-up plums on. Let's go over to the dealership and let's have a look at this car and let's try and work out whether or not the story adds up, the car adds up, and whether or not it's worth buying. If it's worth buying, I shall buy it. Tally ho. Forward march. So here we are in Leeds at F12 Performance, and I'm starting to realise very quickly why this old 911 that I'm interested in maybe isn't their sort of tackle. Pista, Pura Sangue, I don't even know how to say these, and then you got an 812 Superfast here as well. Some serious metal. So these are just the first three cars. We'll take a little wander down. I'll show you that they've got in stock just out of interest, but it's making me feel better about why they maybe wouldn't retail. It's probably a little bit old for them and doesn't really fit in. I mean, you've got beautiful Aston Martin there, you've got a 992, 992, Urus, G-Wagons for days on here as well. I believe that's a Brabus one. Oof. I mean, you've practically got my entire stock portfolio in just two cars here. Another G-Wagon, lovely Cayenne. That's probably my sort of stock, to be fair. I'd buy that. Is it an edition one as well? No, I thought it was an edition one. Proper thing, new Range Rovers, another G-Wagon. So an X5M competition, an M3, motorhomes, and then down there you've got all your Land Rover stuff as well, loads of Defenders. So these boys, it's obviously quite obvious the sort of stuff they deal in, big, heavy 4x4s, that's their thing. And then you've got this. So, what's attracted me to it? Well, first of all, most Porsches have got a decent sort of margin on them, even the older ones. That's always attractive from a car dealer's point of view. It's two owners, which is lovely. It's carmine red, which is a really nice colour on these as well. So I had a Boxster in carmine red, and I could have sold it 1,000 times over. So it's got tilt and slide roof, loads of spec on here as well. I love these wheels that come on, so they've got like a centre lock on them, and that's because it's a GTS. So loads of things that I want to check and look through before I hand over what is going to be a lot of money. But first of all, just looking at the condition of it. So it's got PPF at the front, so the front end should have done well. A couple of little blemishes in the PPF, but nothing sort of major. A couple of little chips on the bonnet, but I'm not offended by that. If anything, it's commensurate of the age. Front bumper looks in good condition. All the lights and everything are in good condition. Just a little bit of bug splats. I think it's just literally had a bucket thrown over it, which I appreciate as well. And all the lines on the car look right, which is really important because these are German built, so they should look right. Well, they've even got their plates on it. Lovely. I've had my plate machine taken away because I don't use enough. Oh, what a great looking car. Now, it's just had 4 new tyres on. They're advising on the last MOTs. Unfortunately, it's gone with Pilot Sport 4S's, so previous owners put some money into this. So let's dive inside and make sure that it looks as it should do for the mileage inside as well. Overall, nice looking thing. When you're looking at the interior of a car, you want to make sure that it's right for the mileage. So this says it's done 29,000 miles. Excuse the background noise. Steering wheel looks right for it. Seat bolster looks really good actually. In fact, it looks like it's done less than 29,000 miles. But no one ever clocks them upwards, do they? It's got seats on here that are not standard. It's got the Alcantara in the middle as well, which isn't standard, and the embroidered headrests, which is fantastic. Interior is all carbon fibre. Oh, I love these. Red dial in the middle. Oh, what a pretty car these are. Now I'm hoping, more from a selfish point of view, that it's got half a tank of fuel in. No, I don't think I've ever bought a car in trade that's got any fuel in whatsoever. However, it looks all right, doesn't it? Everything looks all right. What I do want to do is check that obvious things work, like the blind and then the roof, which does, and it's nice and quiet as well. This is a really, really nice example of one of these. So what we'll do is fire it up and make sure it sounds all right. Now, it is slightly warm on the temperature, ever so slightly. I mean, it's just come in and he sent me a photograph of it getting washed, so can't criticise him for that. See if there's any smoke out the back. As it should be. I love them. I love these cars. I just think they're massive value for money. So it's got an exhaust button on it as well. Can you hear that change? Off. On. Let's give it a little tickle of the old revvies. Exhaust on. There's nothing worrying me about this car at all so far. I'm feeling really confident about this. We've met the bloke, he seems sound, business seems sound, good reputation. Does the spoiler work? It does. All the buttons work. And the sound system works, I've just checked that. It's got Bose, which I think is standard on a GTS anyway. I have had one of these in before and I don't remember that stitching. I also don't remember this being Alcantara. I think this is a very, very nicely spec car. What colour are the seat belts? Hello. Red. This is lovely. Lovely. Right, what we'll do, we'll plug the machine in, do a bit of a code scan, but before we do that, I want to check the history on this car. Right, so we do this in every car. Before you buy a car, you always make sure the history is right. So we're going to bang it into vehicle score, and it will give us a score out of 999. 999 being the highest and the best, and 1 being the worst. Whew. 959. This is good. That's really good, actually. What I will do, though, is I'm going to do a full check on it anyway. I believe the car was on finance at some point, but apparently it's been cleared off. However, sometimes finance markers take a little while to drop off. So what we'll do is we'll bang it through and just see whether or not it's got any other hidden history in here. Okay, so here we go, full check. Vehicle currently has 2 owners, we knew that anyway. Never been a taxi, which is not surprising on a 911. There is outstanding finance still, which we knew about. No insurance categories. Other than that, private plate that I knew about as well. Then the finance is with Aldermore Bank, and I know that company. However, it's all been paid off, we're aware of that. Other than that, so whoever's bought this on finance before, it's a 25-month term on hire purchase, which means they'll have been paying a serious amount of money each month, probably a couple of grand, I thought, for the price of this car, which is explaining why when it failed its MOT only a few days ago, they didn't just replace the 1 tyre with a budget, they put all 4 Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tyres on it. This is right up my street. Proper up my alley, this car. Let's have a plug in. Let's get this in and see if there's anything I need to worry about. The problem is, not that I think for a minute these guys would have done it, people do just clear codes off cars. We've been here 1,000 times before, haven't we? But I just feel like when you're making a big purchase like this, or when I'm going to be making a big purchase like this for customers, let's face it, I'm not buying it for myself, I'm buying it for someone else. I need to make sure that I've checked everything I possibly can check. Let's just see whether or not everything's okay on this 911. God, I love it. Do you like it, Alex?
It's very nice.
Thank you. So, diagnostics. Hello. Let's do a scan and let's auto scan the whole lot. So, it's found a few issues. What's this one here? Ambient temperature. Fine, not got a problem with that. Then it's got an issue with the selector lever. Implausible signals, sporadic. Fine. You're going to find little bits and bats. Tyre pressure, that explains it because the tyre's been off. And parking brake fault as well. Drive away release, not available. Sometimes the parking brakes on these can stick on. I've had this before with a Cayman and they often just need readjusting. It's fairly common. There's nothing on here that is worrying, but the best thing about that is it's telling me these boys haven't cleared the codes before I've got here. Great news. I'm happy with this car. I'm very happy with this car. I need to get these men paid because Alex finished 3 minutes ago and I can see the look on your face, mate. So we're on to some twisty bits now where I can give it a bit of play time. Now, I've noticed straight away I put it from normal into sport and the suspension is so firm on these roads. I mean, these are British roads, aren't they? And they're just rubbish. There's some good ones near me, but this particular one out of Leeds is not good at all. So put it into Sport and Sport Plus. Now you can change it so you can have all of the power and none of the nasty suspension, which is how I'd have it set up in individual, but I've not got the time to do this now. I'm with, you know, moments left of the working day. I can't be bothered, to be honest. So we'll keep it in Sports Plus, and we'll give it a little bit of stick coming out of this junction, and let's just see the gear. You've got to hear the gear change on this. I'll pop the roof open a tad. You might be able to hear the exhaust a little bit better. Now these are turbocharged, so the exhaust is a little bit more muted than on the predecessor. However, I still think they've done a great job of getting a good sound out of this. All Porsches all sound better up at the top of the revs. I personally think they sound a little bit rubbish when they're just sort of on tick over, and they almost sound like they're broken, just sort of chugging away. But when you get right up in the revs, oh, what a thing. So, pull out this junction and give it a bit of a hero, shall we? First gear. The gear change, I can never get over how a PDK gearbox feels so good. I mean, I can, it's a fantastic product, but we're now on a 0 mile range. The gear change is just bam, 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 lightning exactly where you want it and when you want it there. Mega, second to third. There's no let up at all. I know that things like a DSG gearbox and all that sort of stuff are great, but this is just fantastic. 0 change at all. Oh, bloody hell. Right, okay. We shall put her back into comfort and calm the hell down. That's the problem with the firm suspension. Just went over a little bit of an undulation in the road as I was on throttle, and I just felt it do a little bit of a twitch. Now, they're such a well-balanced car, you've really got nothing to worry about if you actually know how to change direction in one, but you can see how people end up in trouble in a Porsche quite quickly, especially because a lot of the weight is at the back, of course, with it being a rear-engine car. Oh, this road is filthy, and I'm kind of hoping we're going to get away with not even having to wash this car. The sweetest deal I ever did was a Fiat 500 that I bought, and it was right in the early days. It was a 500C convertible with the big wheels, white, red roof, proper thing, and I literally bought it from the guy's house, put it on my trailer, drove it home, and photographed it immediately, and it sold in a week. I didn't even wash it. Definitely 100% driving it home with the exhaust button on. Oh, just does everything, and it does it well. So I think the best thing to do now is I'm going to enjoy the rest of my journey home. I'm going to get some fuel in the car because I can't be bothered doing it in the morning. I know I know what I'm like. I'll say, sod it, I'll do it in the morning, and I will kick myself. So I'm going to have a bit of a detour off, get some V-Power in the old girl, and then we'll have a bit of a recap at the unit when we got it in our own showroom, and decide what we're going to do. I'll see you in the morning. So there we have it, that's my journey of buying this lovely 911. It's not where the journey ends, because now we have to try and sell it, so I'm going to get it through prep. I know it's just been MOT'd, but I'm probably going to do some form of MOT again anyway, say some form. Do another MOT on it, make sure it is right. But I think whoever's advised and failed on tyres and stuff is probably going to be keen on other stuff, so I suspect it's okay. Get it in the air, inspect it, and get it up for sale. Although I accidentally put 50 quid in last night, and it'd be wrong to leave that in the car. So I suspect what we're going to do is have it for the weekend and then put it up for sale. That's the little perk that you get in this job. Anyway, thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed that sort of content, please feel free to subscribe and put the bell icon on so you get reminded of all my wonderful content. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.